I'm here with Eirik. Could you say your name out loud? Because Marek told me he's not allowed to say your name. He wouldn't get it right.
It's a very Norwegian name, but it's Eirik Hafver Rønjum.
Yeah.
It's extremely Norwegian.
Okay, I never would say that. Okay, so you're senior usability specialist at NetLife Research. I read at your website that you're the coolest UI or UX specialist in Norway.
Okay.
What do you do mostly?
Mostly I work with the content strategy and I used to be more a concept developer, so to speak. But I soon get a little bit tired of, we launched a website for customers and it was good. And 6 months later, it was crap because they weren't able to maintain the content. I used to say to my customers that, okay, now we have something, it's 80% or something like that, and now you have to work to make it 100%. But actually they did the opposite thing. So it's degenerated, so to speak. So I think what I like to do and what I think is very important to do is to help the customers to organize the way they work with web, for me especially with the content, so they can actually improve the website, not making it better every day.
Do you have an experience that it takes a certain kind of customer to understand this, or can you explain it almost to everyone who will come to your agency?
It's a very good question. I think everybody get the message, but in my opinion, it's easier to work with extremely commercial websites because it's very easy to measure if the content is good or it failed. So I think the message goes through almost with every customer, but it's a little bit harder for the governmental sector and those kind of websites. Yes.
Okay, great. So I read at your WebExpo profile that your goal is, to quote me, to change the organization through talk about the content and how to work with it on the web. And your goal is to change the way in Norway and possibly in the Czech Republic.
I hope so.
The Czech Republic is a great country because it's kind of small and a lot of people from almost every company are here at WebExpo. So your message will get real far. How is it in comparison to Norway?
You mean the interaction with the audience?
I mean, is in Norway conferences like WebExpo, and what is the size of the web design industry? I see. We have a huge web conference in Norway next week, actually. It's the biggest one in Norway. It's smaller than this conference. It is. I think we have 500 attendees, approximately. So I really like this conference. But the problem is that I do not understand Czech. But the translator did a really good job. So I was able to follow a couple of presentations. Absolutely. So keep up the good work. And the size of the industry, web design industry in Norway, how does it compare? Does here everyone knows everyone who works at it?
It's the same in Norway. It's the same in
Norway.
It's a small country.
Okay, great. And I have the last question, which is from my friend who works also in this industry, and I ask this question every speaker I talk to today, and it's what does user experience mean to you?
First of all, I have to say I don't like the word user experience.
Okay.
We have translated into Norwegian and we are using it, but I think user experience is a mean to realize a business goal.
Yeah.
So for me, user experience is to make a great website, great application, which is of course great to use by the users, but also meet the business strategical business goals. Yeah. And I think that is very important. And I know I don't answer your question now, but I think we who works with the UX have to be better to speak the business language, so to speak. Then I think we'll have better days.
Okay.
I think so, at least in Norway.
Yeah. Sure. Okay, thank you for visiting WebExpo. Hope to see you somewhere else next time.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.